Welcome, Conjurers, I'm Dicebag, and this is my solo campaign for Crytures, my monster collecting tabletop RPG. I'm starting a new adventure this time, and I'll be testing out some new systems for wilderness tracking and generating battle maps on the fly. Also, pretty soon I'll be starting a West Marches style campaign with some friends. I'll be live streaming that on my other channel, which you can find in the description. I may chop the streams up into smaller episodes to post over here as well, so if you want to get as much Crytures as possible, make sure to subscribe to both channels and turn those notifications on. Alright, new adventure time here. We've got a new crew and we're going to be testing out some rules for a new little mini game, you might say, this time, and that's going to be our adventure for this batch of the solo campaign here. Now I'm actually starting up another campaign that's West Marches style with some other people, and this is one of the first things they're going to be doing is a creature hunt. Okay? So I wanted to get some of this hammered out before we actually did that with other people, and that's what we're doing today. And probably for the next few weeks. So the goal here is these boys are going to be going from here to here in order to hunt a nest of creatures and wipe it out. These specific creatures are zipjacks, and I have not brought those up yet. Let me find them on the wiki here. Not the wiki, the creature codex. There we go. We're gonna be hunting down these guys. So our team this time is Erwin from the Militia, the Sorcerer, Justin, the Delver from the League of Magi, and Johan of the Viridian Order. Now, these guys are not really an optimal team for this kind of mission, which I think is going to be a better test of the system ultimately. We'll see if they actually fail a good amount of times, or if they can still complete their objectives. They probably won't be able to take out the entire nest. It's a big nest after all. But we'll see how the system works, and they should get some bounties for hunting these creatures anyway. So we'll see how the rewards stack up. And if they do find the nest, well then they can always come back later when they're stronger. But yeah, that's the whole thing. So, to start off with, we need to actually get over there. And for that, I believe Justin is going to be our navigator. Once again, these guys are not the most capable woodsmen, but they're going to go out here and try to collect on a bounty anyways, because they are more or less fighters. Johan's a squire, so he's pretty tough. Erwin's a malicious sorcerer, so he's of the combat wizardry variety. And Justin, he's kind of he's he's tagging along because well, he's free. It's not really his go-to type of mission, but we need a third. And let's see, we're gonna navigate there, so we're gonna roll this with Justin. Oh man. Right away, their lack of woodsman abilities is not so great. Let's see. So we're gonna roll 1d10 to find out exactly where they go instead. Okay, interesting. For every 2 of that roll, they move clockwise from their intended destination. Which means they end up in the empty spot. This is what makes going exactly by the dice fun. Now let's see. Let's see, the difficulty is 5 plus spaces moved, and they did not score a 7. They're trying to move 2 spaces, but they got no 7, so yeah, that's a failure. And let's see, what do we have in this particular space over here? Oh, this is deep woods. That's nice. Right off the bat, we are running into trouble. Shouldn't have been that difficult to move 2 spaces, but alas, here we are. This is what we get for going out without any kind of particularly strong navigators. Wait! Do they have a compass? I don't see a compass. I forgot the compass again. When will I learn? When will I learn? Well, no wonder they got lost. Alright, let's see what exactly is over here. First off, since we're just passing through, let's roll for an encounter. That'll be the next one, which is an 8. And of course, I do believe 8 is an encounter in the deep woods. Oh yeah. And the next one is 9. Okay. Okay, a 9 encounter is with humans. So what's the issue with these humans? Let's see. Next up is a 10. Okay, so there's a conjurer with them. And then an 8. It's dead artisans. Okay. Numbers is a 7, so there's a bunch of them. Okay. Interesting. That's something I was not really prepared to adjudicate, but we found ourselves some dead artisans. Let's see, do they have a compass on them? Let's roll like a freaking oracle here. Actually, we should probably check if... Well, now there's no creature encounter, so whatever got them is long gone apparently. So, let's see. Highs yes, lows no, okay? Do they have a compass? A 10! We got ourselves a compass from some dead artisans. Okay. I don't know what else they might have. Let's see. They probably, whatever they've got, if they've got any supplies, it's probably been eaten by now. So, I won't press my luck on anything else. We scored ourselves a compass. So let's see, who gets the compass? That would probably be Justin. Alrighty. You know what? I'm going to make some adjustments to our inventories because I forgot some things. Okay, now that we've wasted a bit of time and we did pick up a compass, let's give this one more try to see if we can write our course. Bada bing, bada boom. We didn't even need the compass that time. Alright, well, we didn't make a huge detour. We just kinda did this instead. But we're there now. We're there. Should be about halfway through the day. That's what? 4 hours? So we're about in the afternoon, so we're probably gonna want to start actually getting on the hunt right now. So I think what we're gonna do is start looking for a trail and start engaging the new mini game. So we're gonna move over here. Actually, hold up. Oh, that's the other one. That's the West Marches campaign. We don't need that one yet. Alright. Let's bring our boys over on this map. And what we're going to do is we're going to generate scenes on the fly. Alright. We're going to have to take up our tables for that. So let's see. Okay, so first order of business is to kind of find a game trail to follow. So Justin is probably our best at that, so we're gonna have him with his 3 sense and 2 survival to make a roll here. Alright, 10-9-2-5-3. That should be sufficient. We are in a low density area, so stuff like this, probably looking at a 7 difficulty. So 10 and a 9, more than enough. That's 3 successes. We do in fact manage to find our first game trail, but first I'm gonna put up the turn order. Alright, so let's make ourselves a roll to generate what this little scene has in it. Okay. It's a big one. This is a big old clearing. We're talking about a blast forest. One, two, three, 4. It comes out to like right there. Center point is there, so we're looking at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That's the size we're dealing with. So next up is 9 is the terrain. This has tall grass all over it. Wonderful. That's going to make it a little more difficult to inspect things. Next up is the features. So let's see, we're coming down from this direction, so that's where we're going to start. And we start with a 6, which is a patch of mud. Alright, patch of mud there. Next is a 3. That's bushes. Let's see, do I have... We do have some representations we can use. Bushes there. And there is even more bushes after that. So let's... get some more of this. And then the final one, since this is a size 4, that means it has 4 features, is a 9. So an ancient tree. So we come trudging out from this side. You know what? Let's not move them all like that. We come trudging in from this side into the mud, out of the rough, with our creatures there behind. And we're gonna have to take a look around here to try and pick up the trail of any creatures that might be going through. So the way these scenes will work is that each little feature that we have on the map can be studied to find clues to the thing that we're tracking. And then, of course, those clues can be analyzed to find information about the packs we're tracking. So our first order of business is to actually just look around. So, let's see. Let's start with Erwin here. He's going to take a look at this puddle here. This patch of mud. That means we're going to roll a sense check. Would be sense plus observation, but he has no observation. Like I said, these guys are not optimized for this type of quest. But we're going to do it anyways. Let's see. We're shooting for a difficulty of 6. Mud patches. It's pretty clear what's happened there. So they have a low difficulty, but we rolled 4, 10, 8. That's 2 successes. Actually, that's 3 successes. But, so that means he finds marks from creatures digging around in the mud, as well as tracks. Alright. So since we are in strategic time, in this little mini game, that would be his... I believe his focused action. Yeah, his focused action. And now he has a passive action that he can do as well. So he is going to also... Let's see, what can we do exactly? We can look for disposition, size, numbers, direction. We definitely want to find direction, so what's the direction one? Sense plus observation or survival? Okay, I don't think he has survival either. Nope. So this is just going to be a pure sense roll again. Okay, one success. He can discern the direction that they're moving. So that's good. That means we can follow it to the next scene, but we're going to investigate a little more just to see what we can learn about this pack. So Justin over here is going to go and... Let's see... He doesn't have anything in observation either. Oh wait, he does. He has 1. So let's see... Means he's going to be rolling 4d10. 10, 9, 6, and 1. Alright, so bushes. Difficulty is 7, so he scores 3 successes. And that nets him all of the available clues. So we've got a trail, we've got some fur rubbing off on this in the bushes, and we've got some tracks. so we can check the distance, the size, the numbers. First of all, let's try to figure out the size of this pack. So that is a intellect plus survival or zoology. You can do that with. And let's see. In the bushes, that's a difficulty of 7 again. The score is 2, okay. So we do get a sense for how many there are. And how many are there exactly? Okay, just 3. We're just following 3 of them right now. At least that's the trail we've picked up on. So Johan, we're gonna get you over here now. I don't think he has anything in observation either. Nah. But he does have 4 sense, so that's good. So he's gonna study these other bushes. Bushes are pretty easy to get clues from. So we got 10, 3, 8, and 9. That's 4 successes. Alright, so we can... Next thing we probably want to figure out is... distance or size. You know what, I'm not too worried about the size. Unless we run into like a fully evolved one. Probably not going to be a big deal. Distance though, we would like to see how far away these things are. So let's see. That's something I actually have a macro made up for him. 8, 8, 3, 4, and 10. Okay. Okay, so what is the distance that we're dealing with here? 4. Okay. And that is based... This will be based on the actual encounter rate of the area, which is 7 or higher. So we're looking at like a distance of 3. We're going to put down 4 down here in our counter in the time, the turn order. And once we get through enough spaces that gets up into the range of an encounter, then we will find the actual prey. So let's see, we might be able to use the creatures to get a little more information. They're not super great at this. Looks like they only have maximum 2 cents. Okay. So this is gonna be kinda iffy. Let's see, let's have Psychic, however. See if it can pick up on... Let's see what. The size. We're going to have a roll for size on the bushes. Size is sense plus survival or zoology. And this is Irwin's. So it gets to roll 3. Okay, yeah. We have a failure. Psychic can't pick up a trail. It doesn't know how big the things that came by are. Has no idea. So I guess we're going to be moving on to the next one. We did find our trail here, so time to move on. And we will have... We're going to have each of these guys be a lookout. So we're going to use that as a way to boost our what do you call it? Our alertness and prevent encounters. And then Justin here will be the one actually following the trail. Everybody else is going to be looking out for danger. So we're going to roll for an encounter here. Of course, the first one is an encounter. Alright. Can we perhaps evade the encounter? Let's see what we actually run up into, first of all. Let's see, 2, 9... 2 in the day is Hoplows. 9 would be hostility. Okay, they are hostile. 7 is the pack size. There's quite a few of them too. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna have to see if we can actually get by this. And that means all of these guys need to make a stealth roll. And the hostility is the difficulty, so let's see. Let's bring up Hoplows and see what the hostility actually is. Hostility is 6, and they get a +2 for the roll. So we're looking at a difficulty of 8 to try and evade these guys. But let's give it a try, because what's the harm in trying? Let's see. Erwin's got no stealth, so he's just rolling agility. He scores 1 success. Alright. Justin has 1 stealth and 3 agility, so he's rolling 4. 2 successes. Okay. We need to get 1 success per party member, so that's a 6 total. Now Psychit. Psychit's just a 2. He scores 1 success. Okay, so we're at 4. Let's get Johan over here. No stealth, only 2 agility. He rolls a crit. Okay, so that's 2 more. So we're up to 6 now. We actually, that's already enough to evade him. All right. I guess we don't need to roll for the rest. You know what though? Let's see. Crit failures are a thing, so perhaps it's a good idea to roll anyways. Let's see, we already got Psykit. We actually gypped Psykit on one of his dice. Okay, Torkish has 2 agility. No successes, but no failures either. No crit fails. And Kreebeen only has 1 agility. But he rolls a 4. So we aren't dealing with any crit successes. We managed to evade the Hoplows. Alright, I'm gonna wrap up the episode here. Thanks for watching, and since you made it this far, don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But most importantly, leave me some feedback in the comments. The game is still in development, so I'd like to hear what people think. And if you want to see more, I've got all these sessions on a playlist that you can watch back to back. There's also a bunch of links in the description for other places that you can find creatures. So, until next time, farewell, conjurers, and may you walk the waking dream.